I gathered up 16 of some of my favorite mechanical switches that were laying around my studio and decided to do a comprehensive comparison between them all. Before that though, I wanted to share a little bit about the keyboard and the switches I'll be using. It's truly astounding how many switches I've collected over the time, and I probably am not the only one in this boat. Like, I actually have a box just full of probably 40 or 50 different types of switches behind me. Now, admittedly, not all of them are like full packs of switches. There's some that are just like packs of 10, so not enough to fill up an entire board. But nevertheless, there is a vast array of switches back there, and some of them I will be using in this video. One of those switches in particular is called the Namazoo, which is currently one of my favorite switches. It's from Bolsa Supply, and I hope I did not just butcher the name of that switch. But regardless, the switch features a nylon blend for the top and bottom housings, and then a palm long pull stem. These things come incredibly smooth stock. I do really like them, but I did end up lubing them with 205G0 on the stem, and I believe it was 105 oil from Keeps. It wasn't Crytox, it was something else. Now, just to clarify, I am not sponsored by Bolsa Supply. They did send me these switches to review, but I'm not being paid to say anything. I just really like these switches, and I kind of wanted to talk about them. But if you're interested, there's probably a link in the description. I don't think it's an affiliate link, but nevertheless, it's there, so go support Bolsa. The keyboard I'll be using is the Angry Miao Compact Touch, which may not come as a surprise if you've been following my recent content, as it's kind of my go-to keyboard, and it stands out compared to many group buy boards currently because of the touch panel on the front and the adjustable leaf spring inside. Also, it has wireless charging, but I feel like it's a little harder because it's like kind of exclusive to their charging mat. But it's there, and it's a cool feature. Anyway, the touch panel, it's sick. It allows you to, basically swipe left, up, right, down, whatever I just said. But it controls the arrows. It's a really nice feature, and I've grown quite fond of it. It's something I kind of just have muscle memory of. I don't even go to click the arrow keys anymore. I just swipe. And it's nice. I think it's really cool. It could be gimmicky to some people, but I do really like it, and I think it's a step forward, and it's something new compared to a lot of group buys. Something also worth noting is for the sound test, I'm going to be removing all the foam inside the board to help provide the most raw sound for the switches. The board does have a bit of a slight hollowness. I don't think it's too bad, but it's worth mentioning. The board also has a flex cut PCB, and I'm really not entirely sure how that affects the acoustics of the board. If memory serves right, I think it makes it a bit more hollow, but I could be wrong there, so feel free to correct me in the comments, that'd be great. You also probably noticed the board has something called an adjustable leaf spring, which I mentioned earlier, but it's the mounting mechanism, and it's what makes this board have a lot of flex, but you can switch out these little leaves for different weights, and I'll be switching out to the silver ones, which are the hardest of the bunch. So yeah, I think it's also worth mentioning just in case you're curious.